Wow. Pretty crazy day one of free agency, wasn't it? I'm gonna be honest, I actually scrapped the original idea for today's video, and instead we are just gonna kind of recap and talk about everything that happened yesterday and currently is happening right now. I know I uploaded like a 3-minute video last night of a compilation of my TikTok reactions, but I got a lot more to say than just that. Plus, there's like 8 to 10 new things that have happened since my last upload on YouTube. Anyway, a couple of quick plugs before we get into the video. 1, head over to gfuel.com, use code WyattzWorld, save yourself a discount on any G Fuel products. And 2, if you're 18 years or older, head over to Prize Picks, the daily fantasy app where code WyattzWorld will match up to $100 of your first deposit. Remember guys, always play responsibly, and let's hop into free agency. Okay guys, so I hope you don't mind, but I'm just gonna be scrolling through Twitter because that's where I have kept track of everything that's basically happened. So starting off most recently, this just happened 30 minutes ago, Jakobi Meyers signed a 3-year deal with the Las Vegas Raiders. Now it is funny if you think about how their last game ended with the Patriots and Raiders. Jakobi Meyers literally threw like a lateral right to them and lost the game. That'll be a meme that lives with him forever. However, this is actually a reasonably good signing assuming Jimmy Garoppolo doesn't snap his foot immediately. I mean, right now the receiving core is Devontae Adams, assuming he doesn't quit, Jakobi Meyers, Hunter Renfrow, and Darren Waller. That's not bad, that's good. Just too bad they downgraded at their quarterback, but we'll talk about that later. Next up, this happened just before Jakobi Meyers, but Shaq Mason was traded to the Texans. It's not massive news, but it does show that the Texans are making moves to try and buff that team as much as they can, and you gotta admire the attempt. This one happened bright and early this morning. The Falcons signed Taylor Heineke to a deal. I'm disappointed because I wanted them to get Matt Ryan for one final ride, and they still can. I think their quarterback room might only have 2 guys. However, I think Heineke is capable of being a starter there. Obviously, he's capable of being a starter in the league. I think there's a good chance that he could actually make that team low-key cook, especially with Kyle Pitts, because Taylor Heineke is a quarterback who targets his guy. It's how he was with Terry in Washington. If Kyle Pitts became his guy here, he's gonna be a dog. Moving on to the next one, the Vikings signed Marcus Davenport, and this happened last night. That's a 1-year deal for $13 million, and I actually do like the move. However, Marcus Davenport battles a lot of injuries, so I mean, if he gets hurt, it's gonna not work out clearly. But if he can stay completely healthy, and obviously we don't get rid of Danielle Hunter, like, that could be a pretty good line. Look at this! So yesterday, the Bills cleared $36 million in cap space, and then James Cook tweeted eyeballs at his brother. And I had to post right after that. I never said I wanted it, but it would be kind of cool to see a Cook backfield. I mean, they would literally cook. Here is an underrated signing by the Texans. They signed Jimmy Ward. Him and Stingley are gonna be good in the backfield there. That's a D'Amico Ryan move. This one kind of made me sad, but Eric Kendricks signed a deal with the Chargers. Something about Eric Kendricks that's kind of upsetting me too is that people are acting like the guy completely sucks. He's fallen off a little bit in the sense of coverage, like he's getting older. He's not as fast anymore. In terms of being a run stopper, in terms of being somebody who can hit the shit out of somebody and flatten him like an iron, he's still got that, man. He's still a tank. I'll always support him wherever he goes, but it's gonna be weird, man, especially seeing him with a bolt on his head. Oh, and here's one more that happened last night after the update video. Zach Allen went to the Broncos, and that's actually a pretty big signing because Zach Allen had a reasonably good year last year, 5.5 sacks, and I think he started 13 or 14 of the games. Does open a big window in Arizona though. No JJ, no Zach Allen. What are they gonna do? Also, where is Denver getting this money? Hello? Oh, here's one we didn't talk about yet. This is actually big. The Browns signed Delvin Tomlinson. Not sure what's going on with the Jadeveon Clowney situation. I can't imagine he's coming back. Either way, they're going to want some beef up on the line. Throw him next to Myles Garrett. Ugh, someone's going to die. All right, let's talk about what the 49ers did yesterday. They signed Sam Darnold to a 1-year deal. Why? Am I overthinking it? Is he just going to be in the quarterback room? Or was he brought in for competition? Or was he brought in to back up Purdy? Is Trey Lance gone? A lot of questions going through my head here with Sam Darnold. I think I am just overthinking it, but it's a weird move for the 49ers to grab him. Here's an update on what I looked like after the Tremaine Edmonds fight. For those wondering why I fought Tremaine Edmonds, this would be why. He went to the Bears. 4-year, $72 million deal. People are acting like it's an overpay. I disagree, man. He was a very valuable asset to the Buffalo Bills over the last 4 seasons. One thing that does make me comfortable about this separation, and I mean no disrespect, I love him to death, I'll always support him as well, but he is replaceable. Bean wouldn't have let him go if he wasn't, everybody knows it. Especially since we held on to Matt Milano, like things are gonna be fine. I think he's gonna thrive in Chicago, he is gonna mature in Chicago, he will be in his prime in Chicago, but the Bills will survive. Scrolling to the top here to see if anything new has happened. Andrew Tate's 5th appeal to get out of prison has been denied. Okay. Doesn't look like anything new has happened though, so we can go back to the old stuff. Here's the biggest mystery of yesterday. Nobody really knows what's going on, and I'm gonna give you guys my theory. So, Dov Kleiman, and he still has not taken this down. He said that the deal is done between Aaron Rodgers and the Jets. Now, he's not Schefter, he's not Rappaport, but he is a credible source when it comes to getting valid information. Well, after he broke this, nobody else did, and the news died. Why? What happened? It remains a total mystery, but I think Rodgers is debating retirement. I think he's gonna sit here and he's gonna wait on it for a while too. It might be a couple days. He will play, but my guess is that he's just being a stubborn asshole because that's who he is. I used to really admire this guy as a player, as a person. I thought he was just overhated for no reason. No, he is a fucking asshole. Like, there's no way around it. The guy sucks. All right, let's talk about this one now. Jimmy Garoppolo signed a deal with the Vegas Raiders. Why? I get it. I always say it. Jimmy wins games. That's the argument he's got, and it is valid, but at the same time, the guy's maybe played 2 full seasons out of what, damn near a 6-year career as a starter? Also, you want to look at his situation maybe? He's got Kyle Shanahan and the 49ers defense to support him? I mean, what is this? You're going from a guy who stays healthy, a guy who is consistently throwing 4,000 yards a season, over 30 touchdowns a season. You're going from that to a guy who you know is going to get hurt this year. And we're gonna find out if he's been spoon-fed or not by having 2 of the best coaches in the league. I'm gonna eat my words right now, but it's gonna be up to Jimmy whether I puke them out or shit them out. That was a stupid move. This one was not really much of an update, but Austin Eckler has requested a trade from the Chargers. I mean, he's still there, but where is he gonna go? You know, Derrick Henry didn't strike my interest when coming to Buffalo, but he does. And so does Cook slightly because they're pass catchers. Derrick Henry really isn't. We don't run the ball enough to get Derrick Henry, but we do run it enough to get somebody who can catch a ball like Eckler or Cook. All right, here's a bit of live news for you guys. This literally just happened as I was recording this. Raheem Mostert reached a 2-year agreement with the Dolphins today. He's actually very solid if he doesn't get hurt. I don't think anybody's gonna deny that. He's lightning quick. That's a solid move. Apparently, Cooper Kupp is in Buffalo wearing a Bills hat. That's Photoshop. There's no way that's real. All right, back to yesterday now. We got another Falcons update. They traded the Patriots a 7th-round pick for Jonnu Smith. That is a steal of a deal. He is a very good tight end, and the Patriots just completely wasted him. Now, my tweet here is obviously troll. Kyle Pitts has not gone, but this will make or break his career possibly as an Atlanta Falcon. I know one thing about Jonnu, he's a guy that if he gets an opportunity, he ain't gonna fucking waste it, Kyle. You gotta go off this year. And now we're getting into the stuff that's happened before free agency, but I would like to discuss Jalen Ramsey going to the Dolphins. As long as the Buffalo Bills have Stephon Diggs, and as of right now, they still do, this man's nothing but a Thanksgiving turkey who's gonna get cooked into next week. Here's one that nobody really talked about that could be big. The Texans signed Robert Woods. Guys, he's not a bad receiver by any means. He's not who he was on the Rams, but if they were to keep Brandon Cooks, or if they were to get somebody else who is a wide receiver 1, Robert Woods is going to serve as a very nice asset to that team. Adam Thielen's a free agent. I know I've talked about that on here, but we should talk about where he is going to go. I always thought that he was going to retire if he left Minnesota. I never thought he would play outside of Minnesota, but it sounds like he is still going to play, and I have 2 to 3 destinations for him. Buffalo, Kansas City, or Cleveland. I think Cleveland's a possibility because that's been in the talks for a very long time since last season to get traded there. I think the Bills is a possibility because his best friend is playing there and the Bills are still in a winning position. And Kansas City would be another option for him because if he wants a Super Bowl and he absolutely deserves one, you're gonna go to the place that's gonna best give you the shot, and Patrick Mahomes is not gonna waste a day of this man's career. Now that pretty much does do it, but I do want to end the video by talking about who I think the Panthers are gonna get with their #1 pick. So I thought CJ, I thought Bryce. I actually think they're gonna take Anthony Richardson. I really do. Apparently they like him. He had an unbelievable combine. It's a very sink or swim thing. You're either gonna get him and he is gonna be a Cam Newton with a cannon of an arm, or he's gonna be like Marcus Mariota, a guy who never fully grasped the transition from college to NFL and fizzles out of the league within 5 years. I think Mariota was around longer than that, but the guy sucks. Alright guys, and that is going to be all for me recapping / responding to free agency so far. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, you already know what to do. Comment, like, subscribe, turn that bell on. I do my best to post on this channel every single day. Now I'm going to hop off and get this edited so I can go play some WWE 2K23 on WyattzWorld Extra. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and as always, I will see you in the next video.